deck squared. It's number 4. And, you know what I mean? We're just gonna vibe out a bit, taking me a little break. A lot of work going this morning. Get it going early. It'll be a little later for y'all. I'm way out here on the west, so you know how that go. But it's another gorgeous day. Can't complain. So, we're gonna play some vibes for a second, and then I'll be back to chop it up with y'all. Tiny Deck, number 4.
It's 20 stories tall. What can we do? Who can we call? Call for war. The 8th man. Call for war. The 8th man.
Hey, this brain fitted right here, man. I bet you know now. Yeah. Yeah. Bang. 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 It's that second time back. Jones. Now witness what I've been on. Turned a dream into a team and now we strong. Shouts to my family and my fan base. Only one more thing left to say. We own. Shouts to my hood and them cats I F with. Blow good weed, ride the best whips. Taking shots and making hits. DJ Yes, know I'm thanking God for making this.
His name is Genius, and he's a professor. Can you find him? Well, can you?
Yeah, Ryan C, he do real work. JB, he down like dirt. Yeah, KD, it's my dude for real. You know, MD still got that deal. My nigga G, what's good, fam? Hey, Swisher P, get at your man. You know my clique be like Dirty Dozen. Love to all my big cousins. And I'ma do this just to show y'all that without you I'd be nothing. And if you ain't heard your name, it's obvious you know me. Blowing loud before this verse, lose my memory slowly. And you can't forget my OGs, ancestors and my homies. Taking heed to my message. What's there between these curses? Vibing to this beat, taking pride in these verses, showing love in these streets. Jones. 8th man.
That was a lot louder than I expected. My bad if I blew anybody's eardrums there. Gorgeous day on the Tiny Deck. Thank y'all for tuning in over the past day since I just started it yesterday. I'm very excited because the homie got his microphone on the way. That fire. That fire. Still chocolate marshmallows for the day. top of the world. Not a care in the world. You know.
Waking up, it ain't a problem. When you working with your partners, ain't gotta deal with all that garbage. I just take out that garbage, fix some coffee. Ballin' on a loose budget, kush brunches, followed by 5 guys lunches. Relieving my munchies, proceed to the money. 20s, 50s, and 100s, currency in a few foreign countries. Precise with it, I'm perfect with my punches. Ask anyone who heard of me, they vouching with such urgency. Accounts increasing permanently, wanting for the way I murder beats. Cutting deals with great whites, keeping all of my equity. I outlast your advance, got special herbs in my recipe. Flow they own, lock and key, my rhymes real, arrest the streets. I've been dope this fucking long, while y'all still neglecting me. Point guard like Armstrong, blow a J because I left the beat. Making moves, big business shit, royalties and attorney fees, and we live in psycho. Call me C. Anthony, coming to your city soon. Ricky Jones and the family. We on top of the world, ballin' in the middle. Not a care in the world, we get it how we living. Beating out my subs, cushions in my blunt, Henny in my glass. I got class, not swag. I got class, not swag. Class, not swag. We got class, not swag. Class, not swag. Beating out my subs, cushions in my blunt, Henny in my glass. We got class, not swag. Yeah. Wisdom Lab, we winning, ballin' and breaking budgets. Always chasing out 20s, cause we always breaking hundreds, nigga. Class.
Testing. Check, test. Check, test. Check.
Started from the bottom, now we somewhere in the middle. Lost off in this space, all I need is a signal. All my needs get satisfied, never thought it'd be simple. Popping around the city, making moves accordingly. Now my own
Mic check.
the people affording me.
That's better.
Applause me. Stick to the script, stacking these chips. Now all these majors are trying to court me. Demo deals on the table. But if you not signing my label, then your word ain't worth the paper. Independent ain't nothing greater. Put me and my niggas in a position to debate them. Better come correct, nigga. Out all on my breath, busting down these swishes. Ain't no coding for me.
As y'all know, this is a work in progress, so every day is a journey. Learning. But I know that sounds a lot better. That's a blessing. So, lesson learned, I need to start checking these settings sooner than later. Meaning before I hit live, I need to be checking these settings.
Hit up the Wisdom Lab. Retire my pad and pen. Use apps like InkPad. Just type, don't think, man.
Golden Bear like Sharif. Like Pete got heat. Run the pistol like Kaepernick.
Paper and hate, I ain't having it. From the roads that I'm traveling. Cold shows in Nebraska, bitch. Vancouver and Canada. Posing for all them cameras. Cheesing like I'm eating grilled sandwiches from grandma now. Better come correct, bitch. Out all on my breath. Bustin' down these dishes. Ain't no coding for me, only ice off in my liquor. Mine only on business. Booking flights, getting higher with my niggas, I need a sign. It's money on the line. Breezy in my beam. Keep copping from sweet life. Good business is needed. Good rappers, I'm one of them. But I'm not a rapper though. Super hot, puffin' stuff. Man, I'm a grinder. Fire. Swisher, man. Roll big wood. I think I almost got a splinter, man. Shades for the cameraman. Eyes blaze like campfires. Big lighters with my attire. Polo blue with a retro scent. Rocket show, I'm different. The difference is you don't mint the shit. I split and quit, left the shit cold turkey. Lil' bro, he got the vision, so he got me back working. Better come correct, bitch. Jones, lied all on my breath, busting down these swishes. Ain't no codeine for me, only ice off in my liquor. Mine only on business, booking flights, getting higher with my niggas. I need a sign. It's money on the line.
I'm sure he's Eighth Man.
What was that you said?
Peace, peace.
Strange, he pretended that he didn't recognize me. He's Eighth Man.
What was that you said?
Peace, peace. We're gonna get to it in a second. In a quick moment. Saw something. I say I want to chime in on it. Not necessarily the subject at hand, but the subject that came to me when I saw a particular thing. And it moved me. We're in a hell of a paradigm shift right now, ladies and gentlemen. Peace to KD. You blessed or you cursed? Way back kicking. Money in my. Yeah. Everybody knows they don't see how we live in. We're gonna pause that for a moment. Alright. Let's get to it. So again, peace to anybody and everybody that's going to tune in, chime in, and see this, because this will be up and long lasting for perpetuity purposes. It's not about the now, it's about the never. And what we shall never do is forget that life is forever, a continuous circumstance, an ever-flowing situation. We are in a great paradigm shift. They call it the Great Reset. They call it the end of the Piscean Age and going into the Aquarian Age. Various people call it various things. Various cultures have called it various things. I just like to call it change. I want to start with something that I've noticed in places outside of our purview. A state such as Iran. Historically, there's always been turmoil in the Middle Eastern regions of Northeast Africa or Southwest Asia, whatever you want to call it. That turmoil and that strife has been tied to religious tension, financial tension, economic tension. Whatever the tension and the source, we know that there has always been issues in this area and region of the world. They practice a religion and they have a belief system behind it. I don't always attribute the people's religion to the beliefs in the religion, because there are denominations and factors. Some people serve the same God, but practice with a different purpose. So when I saw what happened to a young lady in Iran, Again, outside of my purview and understanding, it was sad to see that a young woman was beaten by what's called the morality police in a country that practices a religion that defines directly to the word peace. So when this happened, you saw a shift. I am fairly certain this isn't the first time this has ever taken place in this region of the world. But I am certain that the outcry is a lot different. Because this is happening to women, you probably will see this in the angle of women's rights. No, this is a human right issue. Because these are humans we are talking of and speaking of. These are daughters, mothers, aunts, nieces. And so when you see a thing like this happen because of a belief system, you start to question, what do people really believe? When I come over to where we stay, the land of the Americas, I get a sense that the same standards that this country was created on, that is shifting as well. We live in a place where we pull out currency that says, in God we trust, but never really was quite informed on who that God was. This is the melting pot. This is the conclave where all people from all areas of the plane gather and are allowed to practice and preach the things that they have always done wherever they are from. That was the credence. Well, within that melting pot and those different ideologies, you see a clashing of the beliefs now. Understanding that we are speaking of people's souls at the end of the day, believing that there's a salvation needed, and whether you're doing it through works or through just simply believing an ideology that has been long standing and validated by a lot of people through various means, you really have to start to question not only the people who want to uphold these standards, but the standard itself. The precedents have been set now where we are in an era where God has moved man to move as God. The same God that tells you you are made in my image is now giving God's image control of destiny. We are in a shift of time where as the rich get richer, the poor get rich. And as the rich get poor, the poor get rich. The bottom has already been hit. We've already reached a sub-zero negative output when it comes to the bottom of existence in this plane. Through will, through circumstance, through sheer luck, now we live in a world where you can be a power broker. You can be a mover and shaker. Where the shift takes place is that historically when people reached those plateaus, they acted fairly accordingly. But there's a shift. You can look at it in various areas. I like to use hip hop and rap as an example. If you look at the upper echelon of that industry, you see people who don't necessarily portray what that industry tells you is success, even though they're at the epitome of it. Finance, real estate, all of these areas, the people at the upper echelons don't look as if they are even representatives of that space at times, because the layman, you, I, and those amongst us in the peasantry, they want to see shine. They want to see sparkle. They want to see the fireworks. Don't matter where the smoke lies or what happens when the smoke clears. They want to see the spectacle. And here we lie. Here we stand. Because of this magnificent thing that has been put upon us called the internet, you can have people who create congregations surely through information and honesty, and not through fear of the afterlife or fear of letting down a spirit being that has already told you you're made in my image. What is there to be afraid of? Do what you do. The shift is here. Look at your children. If you don't have children, go find some kids to look at and just watch and see what they are into, where their interests lie. People like myself from the 1900s are trying to forecast what's going to happen to people who are presented a world in the 21st century that is way different than anything we could ever not only imagined but assumed would even be. Way different. A phone is secondary when the levels of communication are so broad nowadays. But that still exists in this paradigm. Those are things that came from a previous age that are now lingering on into this age, but they clash with the culture to an extent. For better and for worse. If the full electrical and internet grid went down today, a hardwired landline telephone would be your best friend. Because it works. There are still payphones that exist that work. It clashes with the culture because it's not convenient for the culture. So we shun it, we do away with it. It still exists in this paradigm, but we shun it, do away with it until needed. That is happening with religion. That is happening with thought. That is happening with decisions, where people are hedging their bets without considering there could be a consequence. There could be something behind this that I have to deal with that's already there. Because I'm in this new frame of mind, new ideology, this Aquarian age, I'm a little more free to think. I assume that negative outcomes that were already pre-existing for decades or centuries won't affect I in this paradigm. That's where the shift starts to clash. Because there are things from these previous paradigms and eras that we need to bring back and pull into this, but not to substitute what we have imagined and created, but you use it to solidify what we've imagined and created. Don't throw the baby away with the bathwater, they used to say in the 1900s. Don't do that. If you don't understand what that phrase means, it's exactly as I've said. You can, yes, get 200 pounds of fat cut off your body and walk around the next day as a bad bee or as a fit guy. But it's a facade. Is it though? What I see is real. What I've imagined is in front of me. But at the root, at the framework, it's a facade. You can get those same outcomes, but you got to go to something that's old paradigm. I actually got to get up, get out, and do something.
Pelotons cost thousands of dollars, and you can go outside and do the same thing for free. But they know that, hey, people will not go into an endeavor of fitness or an endeavor of education or an endeavor of bettering themselves without a personal investment, whether it's money, time. Usually it has to be money now in this era. If a person know they spending money for this little gym membership, the likelihood of them going is higher, especially when they get that bill that they forgot about. That's one of the hardest damn things to cancel is a gym membership. I saw a dude, story of a guy, quick sidebar, joined a gym, tried to cancel, and the gym told him he had to send certified mail to get his gym membership canceled so they can prove that it's him. And he's standing in front of these people. I'll talk about that at another time, this idea that this autonomous nature of being where two humans can be in front of each other, but somehow the interaction is robotic because of stipulations. The company said the rule of law is, instead of us using humanity to figure it out, how robotic it can be. We're in October now of 2022. We have a head of state who's senile and has used the system at hand to his advantage to gain position. His second in command, we have zero idea what that person is and who they truly are burdened to. And they can just play the corner until 5 years from now when something beleaguered and weary old man that we call our president. Don't get caught up in the old ideologies and miss that it is a true framework, but it's something to be built on. Not maintained, but reprogrammed and upgraded. We don't play Nintendos no more. It's fun, it's nostalgic, we get a kick out of it, but don't be numbed by nostalgia. Nostalgia is killing a lot of y'all right now. Because nostalgia is telling you that the things that came before you and the things that came before what is going on right now are not only better than, but easily acquirable and the way. It's not the way. That's why rappers still talk about selling kilos of cocaine as if you can do that in 2022. You can try, but you know where you're going. And peace to Rollo. That dude's story is tremendous. Just the sheer brashness and audacity. This is the most audacious dude ever, but he took advantage of the system, and I hope he gets out and learns his lesson and is able to feed his family for perpetuity. But man, the shift is here. I'm enjoying it. Look at what I'm doing. I am all right. I am in a place I never imagined I would be. Talking to a lot of people I never imagined I'd know. And I'm able to push a button and reach out while indulging in something that I enjoy that 100 years ago they said would have gave me madness and would have caused people to rape their white daughters. This is America. Catch up, because it's a beautiful place. Y'all can go to Ghana and Zimbabwe and all them other places. I might visit one day. The motherland for me is St. Louis, Watts, Memphis, Georgia, North Dakota, LA. That's my motherland and my mainland. and it's proven, and I'm sticking to it. There was a thing that happened lastly before I get out of here. If anybody saw my Instagram reel, I made a mention of Lizzo and how talented she is. Hopefully people didn't misunderstand the sarcasm and satire in my statement, but a black woman in 2022, you can look at this a few ways. Again, paradigm thinking. Played a flute that was owned by James Madison, our 4th president of these United States of America. We know the state of things to an extent because the victors write what's on the page. To an extent, they would have you think that every single person that looked like me, even though we both came over here as bastards, if you want to make it seem like we both came over, y'all spoke some shit, we spoke some shit, but somehow we communicated and then ended up speaking English. But there was a time we roamed these lands. Something happened. Blame it on the Ma'afa, blame it on white supremacy, but something happened. To that, there is a debt. But prior to that debt have being paid, in 2022, a black woman from somewhere in these Americas was allowed by, this had to be so high up. Like, really think about this. A president's item. I don't care if it's a flute, a shoestring, George Washington's tooth. An item belonging to a president was allowed to be put on display and used. That's Library of Congress. That's Smithsonian shit, right? So that's those folk. And they allowed a woman to play this device in this paradigm. That is a dire move from the last bastions of bastards who use the utility and work of humble, strong, and willing people to exercise their will, invoke treachery, and build up legacies and lineages for those who shared their names. It could be looked upon as true treachery and treason, because you would never ask a family member of someone that was in the Holocaust to play an instrument that was owned by anybody that was involved with Nazi Germany. And I'm not talking about just soldiers or high-ranking people. You wouldn't ask them to use an item and put it on display as if this is history, because it is history, but as if it's something to uplift. They would never do that. That's paradigm one. Very degrading, very demeaning, trying to continue to uplift this idea that we are performing for you, only here for your entertainment, no due diligence, just get us the monies. But because it's 2022, and because when I look in my son's eyes, I see something different, and I look at my daughter's eyes and I see something different, and I look at other people in the world at large and I see something different and hear something different, I can look at it also and say, hey, as much as they want to try to place markers and reminders of a lost lineage and legacy of my people and use it in jest, that motherfucker's turning in his grave because something he held valuable and higher up, a Negro was allowed to use it, touch it, blow on it, spit in it. A Negro. Because at the end of the day, brass tacks will have it be known that it wasn't just, oh, we don't want to live around them or be in proximity. No, those vile individuals looked at us as inhuman. The simple fact, because we want to play it like, oh, they used to do this and have us, playing all these instruments and tap dancing and hobnobbing. Wait a minute, that's a skill set. How long it take to play the flute and learn it? Because the video I shared on my IG was not the video of her buck-eyed, dressed crazy. It was some random ass video I found of her dressed normal in what looked like a museum or an art gallery or a hall, playing some of the most melodic, harmonious, high frequency flautisms that I've ever heard in my life. You can Google it, I don't care. That woman's quite the flautist. Now imagine if she was allowed to be in the orchestra or to be in the Philharmonic instead of singing goofy ass songs for Hollywood, because she has the talent. Let's stop being so hard on our people, my people, because they're just allowed to do the things that they do. It's a cold game. It's wicked out here. When you're in a position to allow somebody that looks like you to do what they want, then you speak on it. That's the paradigm shift. And that's peace. I'm going to play some more of me. I'm going to finish getting on what I was on. And that's my Monday. Let's see what we got going on the rest of the day. I'm going to do a little more work because I do that. Gots to do that because this is America. It's the world, niggas like shit. Gotta work. Go watch Planet Earth and see how the animals is living. You know what I'm saying? 1 and 2. Blue Planet as well. It's pretty dope. All of them. David Attenborough. You're a fantastic narrator, sir. Got some games to attend by these phenomenal and fantastic individuals that I was gifted at birth. And that's what it's gonna be today. I'm gonna eat leftover meatloaf and potatoes from yesterday, and I hope you're able to enjoy a fulfilling meal. Call your mother, hug your children, let your lady know that we alright, we cool, and damn me, just keep making it happen. You know what I'm saying? This is Ricky Jones, man, and like I said, I'll play some more of me and be about y'all here. Bullet.
Cushion to the ceiling. They can't stand the smell, but they show love in the feeling. Chill mode. You know what we on. Chill mode. Yeah. So cool, so fly, that's me. Jump off in the ride, yeah, we 3 deep. Putting fire to the line, don't choke, just chief. In the middle of the map, no poke, no beef. Vegetarian, all this kush that I'm carrying. Hitting all the spots, it's cloudy up in this caravan. Not too extravagant, I'm already extra. Looking for the chewing and I'm seeing who's next up. Henny and Red Bull Blues. In the VIP with your chick and her homegirls too. Asking about brain fitted and the moves we making. What cities we hitting, cause we some movers and shakers. Monday is KC, Tuesday is Philly, yo, Wednesday in Springfield, you know we kill it. Back up on the road to continue my mission. I'm just getting back home, what a wonderful feeling, you know. We chill mode, laid back kicking, riding through the city with this money in my vision. Chill mode with some low-key niggas. Everybody know us, but they don't see how we living. We blowing big, cushion to the ceiling. They can't stand the smell, but they show love in the feeling. Chill mode, you know what we on. Chill mode, yeah. Any municipality treating me like I'm family, and it's still St. Louis. Grand Prix and Buicks, and the reefer the bluest, and these chicks is the cutest. But never get too attached. Manipulated by liquors and that arch in her back. Dipping down 40 with the arch in my vision. Plotting my next decision on how we all getting richer. And now we really on. Can't say that I earned it all. I guess I lucked up. Butchering beats, leaving this track fucked up. Cooking this heat, then we eating our lunch, bruh. Predicting visions of 2K on the tour bus. We bought that bread, there's nothing more to discuss. Brain fitted be the team, that's what's up. chill mode, laid back kicking, riding through the city with this money in my vision. Chill mode with some low-key niggas. Everybody know us, but they don't see how we living. We blowing big, cushion to the ceiling. They can't stand the smell, but they show love in the feeling. Chill mode, you know what we on. Chill mode, yeah, yeah.
Eighth man, you can do the job. I'm depending on you. Are you listening to me? Eighth man, what's the matter with you? Why, you're falling asleep.
I almost did fall asleep. Something's wrong with me, Chief.
You know, eighth man, just as human beings should have periodical medical checkups, you being a robot should have a regular science checkup by Professor Genius.
But Chief, this case...
Never mind that. First, you get yourself examined.
The business, these figures, these pressures, cause me and my niggas, we ain't no crew members. We sit at the table and discuss these measures on how to get paper, the moolah, the cheddar. Not worry about haters, thanks for the promotion. Promotion. Not worry about haters, thanks for the promotion. The business, these figures, these pressures, cause me and my niggas, we ain't no crew members. We sit at the table and discuss these measures on how to get paper, the moolah, the cheddar. Not worry about haters, thanks for the promotion. Promotion. Not worry about haters, thanks for the promotion. Pipe dreams of pushing Benzes. No more punching the clock. Stop pinching them pennies. Marble countertop. Below zero fridges. Cereal right out the box. An island in my kitchen. He's such an enigma. A skinny nigga with figures. Got stocks not dope to deliver. Lease yachts for the month of December. Acre lots instead of them grave plot. We buying suits for weddings, not funeral settings. No loans, increasing my budget by releasing my message. And they been waiting on me to drop. Suicide jumper. Want me to rhyme like them others? Suicide brother. The foolish kind focused on this shiny shit, dog. Tell them to jump, they asking how high and shit. Fraud. Jones, what happened to those who were rhyming with pause? You talking about Rio, V's, G, and Eno? Dog. Ain't shit changed, they shit fly like CeeLo and that parrot bill. Put me on them carrots, I appraise it after they wear it. The business, these figures, these friendships, cause me and my niggas, we ain't no crew members. We sit at the table and discuss these measures on how to get paper, the moolah, the cheddar. Not worry about haters, thanks for the promotion. Not worry about haters, thanks for the promotion. The business, these figures, these friendships, cause me and my niggas, we ain't no crew members. We sit at the table and discuss these measures on how to get paper, the moolah, the cheddar. Not worry about haters, thanks for the promotion. Promotion. Not worry about haters, thanks for the promotion. Listen up. Beyond the margins, my words go. I put that pad away. Now it's all digital. No pen, not even a pencil. I use Androids to present the flow. Open like it was sent to me. Upgrade myself, cause we self-employed, working on our wealth. Riches go by that wayside like alumni at Bayside. Ain't no bells to saving you. Miss Bliss is always there, raping you, taking your profit, delaying your projects, and that's why we independent, voting that underdog. Lower gods that's under God, blacker than that I'm a star. Major motion, it's your shit. Like yay, we major, nigga. Military grade arm, like an army ranger, nigga. Sniper grade A, hitting my bank like Dilla. Put on them fake smiles like news anchors. Speak of pleasure and pain, blowing smoke signals. And if it ain't these, I won't talk down. Blow a L of that regular till we get better, bro. Put it up. The business, these figures, these pressures, cause me and my niggas, we ain't no crew members. We sit at the table and discuss these measures on how to get paper, the moolah, the cheddar. Not worry about haters, thanks for the promotion. Promotion. Not worry about haters, thanks for the promotion. The business, these figures, these pressures, cause me and my niggas, we ain't no crew members. We sit at the table and discuss these measures on how to get paper, the moolah, the cheddar. Not worry about haters, thanks for the promotion. Promotion. Not worry about haters, thanks for the promotion. Product of power and poverty, living so cowardly was not an option. Lynch mob, we steady mobbing. Use logic to produce this profit from our ventures. Moms used to shop off adventures. Now I got hopes of selling out venues. Trying to turn my art into a business is what I'm into. Set myself apart from the shit you into. I'm that dude that brought you into Denada. Got this line from my father. Say you do just what you gotta, just to reach the top of that tower. And I must say this shit's quite scenic. Get your work up and I promise one day you might see it. The business, these figures, these freshers, cause me and my niggas, we ain't no group members. We sit at the table and discuss these measures on how to get paper, the moolah, the cheddar. Not worry about haters, thanks for the promotion. Not worry about haters, thanks for the promotion. The business, these figures, these freshers, cause me and my niggas, we ain't no group members. We sit at the table and discuss these measures on how to get paper, the moolah, the cheddar. Not worry about haters, thanks for the promotion. Not worry about haters, thanks for the promotion.